are back once again in Jimbocho to hunt down a few secret things. And also, I got the homie Scheme over here in town, so I had to bring him. All right, let's go. I think this is the place. Okay, one sec. These are novels, but those covers are crazy. I find that the movie pamphlets here are a little bit more expensive than other places, but they have everything. So it's like whatever you're looking for, they're gonna. Japanese horror. Flying House. And that's a crazy cover. I'll take that. The Inferno. Not Shaun of the Dead, but Juan of the Dead. Well, first floor of that shop was good. Second floor was closed. This is where I come for a lot of vintage posters.
Right.
The only problem,
before.
yeah, is that it takes forever to dig through them.
They're stacked, right?
Yeah, they're stacked. So you have to go like this, and he gets mad if you go like this.
Yeah, I know.
You got to do them one by one, one by one. So maybe later on we'll come in here.
Yeah.
But they also have some books on the right side there.
Right.
You know what? Let's just look at the books only. We'll skip the posters.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, can you hold my bag for me?
It's like
There's gold in there. It's just getting the gold out,
Yeah.
man. But I do know sometimes they have some good books over in this section. Moo, Pneumatic SFX. Oh, there we go. Money, dude. V-Zone, 1980s horror mag. I may have to get it. Yeah, special effects makeup. You get Thriller on the cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that's money right there. I think I'm gonna try to maybe just remember what I want here, and then we can come back here.
Yeah, and this week you're gonna carry.
So I don't have to carry much, you know? And then sometimes you can find good Ultraman stuff. I've had this one before. Lots of good, decent photos. But it depends on how much Ultraman stuff you already have.
Right.
Like
my collection is like getting
pretty deep.
with the.
And then if it's really deep, then you start getting a lot of the same pictures coming up.
Exactly.
Anime mooks. Yeah, I'm carrying so much stuff right now. Maybe if there's something you think you'd find in here, we can come back after we hop around a little bit.
Yeah, we can hop around.
Plus poor Brandon standing out there in that heat. Got him out there melting. Yo.
Very close. I don't have that one.
I found some gold in there, but I'm gonna pick it up later. All right, time to hunt us some manga and art books. Yeah, they have lots of manga magazines here. lot of the Gekiga stuff and 70s stuff is in this section. Yeah. So I find that the prices here are hit and miss, but then sometimes I'll find something like super good price. Yeah, but it's just, you don't know unless you look. I might have to bring some Apaches back to you. I'm supposed to be on a horror mission though. You know, like I kind of should just be focusing on buying horror. Nah, they have a lot of stuff in there, but I am on a horror mission today, my friends. Not on random manga, none of that Gekiga, none of that old Astro Boy, but on a horror mission. All right, now let's take a look at what I picked up while we were over at the Vanilla Gallery in Ginza exhibition, and then later over in Jimbocho doing a little bit of book hunting. First of all, whenever I go to Vanilla Gallery, I always pick up some books from the gift shop. It's a great way to find some cool stuff. And they've held 3 exhibitions for Atsushi Kaneko there over the last, I don't know, 6 years or so. And they had all 3 exhibition catalogs there. So I got Loco Loco Loco, which is signed. I like the little illustration too. Of course, the cover is Evil, Atsushi Kaneko's most recent series, but I believe this was released in 2023 or 2022 when Evil first started coming out. Of course, it's about superhero kids. No, super villain kids that want to destroy the earth. It's so good. Maybe Volume 1 has, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again, has one of the best opening scenes I've ever read in a manga. And that's saying a lot, because I've read a lot of manga, my friends. Bambi and Her Pink Gun, Wet Moon. Of course, I have all of these in my personal collection, and I have read all of them. I worked at a boring office job for 6 years. I was at this exhibition too, so I got to see all the originals of those Deathco covers. This is his most recent 2024 book, Uncontrollable, signed. And this is a bunch of Genga from you know, Bambi and Her Pink Gun, Soil, Wet Moon. So this is more of a Genga, less illustrations, more of a Genga. And then I got Search and Destroy. And Search and Destroy is the older one from 2019, I think. And this is mostly splash pages, illustrations, but also some Genga, of course. This is from Rock and Roll, his first manga, which I have. You know what? That's the only, his first manga I bought. It was so expensive too. I bought it, and that's the only manga of his I've never read, I'm realizing. Maybe I read the first 20 pages or so. I need to fix that. Bambi, which was translated into English but never finished. Soil. Man, all I have to do is glance at these and I know exactly what they are. Man, that's psychedelic. Look at that. Look at all that ink. I probably won't go into so much detail with all the other ones. And my favorite, Deathco. I saw the original of this. So cool. Character-wise, Deathco is my favorite character. She is amazing. But story-wise, Evil is really good. And Search and Destroy, of course, based off of Dororo by Tezuka Osamu, is also amazing. I got another copy. I saw this exhibition too in 2019, and they had a copy of Guzzler, Kaoru Mitsumune, but she is an illustrator. Pretty cool stuff. Cicada. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Feast and the Beast, but I was like, that art is pretty rad. I don't know. I like the art, so I was like, I'll pick up the book. Look at those kitty cats. I'll pick up the book, do some research on the artist, and this has a signed postcard. Neko Shogun is the name. Huh. Cat Shogun. That's everything I got over at Vanilla. I mean, I got some little stuff like postcards and stuff like that. Then we hopped on over to Jimbocho, And I finally found another set of God's Left Hand, the Devil's Right Hand, Perfection Edition, I think 2002, 2003, for the 50th anniversary of Umez as an artist. Not to be confused with what's going on now, which is the 70th. Rusty Scissors, best opening in the history of horror manga. Scissors popping out the face. This is probably the 10th time I've shown this on YouTube, but whatever. I love it. Found a copy of King Ran Dons by Maruo Suehiro. I can't really show the inside of this. As you know, Maruo is the king of Eroguro, and algorithms don't like Eroguro. Since it was right before our August horror manga haul and live drop on YouTube. You know, if you missed the live drop for all the horror stuff that we put out, you can still watch it. Just click on that live tab here on YouTube, and we hard post it up there so that you can watch it later. And then if you're interested in anything, you can hop on over to japanbookhunter.com, where anything that didn't sell in the live will be. Goblin, not Goburin, but Gabarin. I don't know why they did that. These are all movie pamphlets. I think these were all 13 bucks each because we did the horror live on August 13th, just after the Obon holiday here in Japan. Inferno, the Inferno. This is the 1979 version, not the 1966. Poltergeist, Fright Night, and Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D. Yeah, man. That's good. And like I said, we did a horror live on the 13th, so I was trying to find lots of horror stuff. I found special makeup effects. This book is so cool. It's like a guide to makeup effects of all kinds. Mostly horror, but some other stuff too. Dang. And it's a combination of foreign makeup effects and Japanese makeup effects, which is cool. You don't really see that so much in these makeup effects books. This is cool. The storyboarding, rad. Found a V-Zone. Of course, V-Zone was the premier 1980s. The horror movies, mid-80s, and V-Zone, mid-80s, were the premier magazines for horror movie, information. And they have some rad Day of the Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Enemy Mine, some John Carpenter, Making Demons. I mean, it's just such a rad book. So V-Zones. Also for the horror, I picked up the Terminator album. Yes, the Terminator is horror, my friends. Sci-fi horror. I mean, look at that. It's gross. All he does is kill, kill, kill. But this is a rad book. Look at this. Look at this John Cena looking mofo. And not horror, but anytime I see a Miyazaki Daydream Note book, I have to get it. It's ships, aircraft, tanks, etc. from his various Ghibli movies. I love this book. And then finally, at this art book shop that I go to, I usually go there to try to find ukiyo-e, woodblock print books, or high art books, Tadanori Yoko and such. I found Tadanori Yoko set. So this is the second time I've owned this. This is a postcard set, and it's a complete box, all sealed. These are very hard to find, this set. And it also came with a mug, which is amazing. So I'm a mug collector. I might keep this mug. I have Usamaro Furuya, Go Nagai, Mizuki Shigeru, Devilman, Junji Ito, so many down there, Eguchi Hisashi, and this is the Tadanori Yoko one, so cool, might have to keep that. And then this, I've never seen these before, original constellation stamp, made by Tadanori Yoko, and these are little stamps, designed by Tadanori Yoko. Isn't that cool? Another one that I might sell, I might keep, man, I'd like to use them, you know? We stamp a lot of things here at Japan Book Hunter. For everyone that orders something, they get some stickers and they get a stamp. So hop on over there to japanbookhunter.com, my fine friends. And remember, we have a Patreon page. $5 a month, you get early access to book drops. But when we do book drops lives on YouTube, you get early access to those. You get exclusive content each week. You get throwback videos. You get heads up on stuff that I'm picking up. And if you don't want to use Patreon, here on YouTube, we have a members only club where I post original content each week. And if you sign up, you get a one-time 20% off anything on japanbookhunter.com. So you can sign up, $4 a month, go over, use your 20% discount. I saw somebody do it the other day. They saved $80. And then you can cancel for all I care. I just want to hook you guys up. And of course, Japan Book Hunter on Instagram. And until next time, my fine friends, let's try to beat the heat this summer and get back at it. またねー。